by our central government. Because in our day-to-day life also, we have a number of examples of this AI, smart TV, smart mobile phone, smart cameras, smart lock. Not only that, so in case of financial institutions also, to recognize or to identify the fault, for the fault detection, again we need the help of the AI. In industry, for the sake of predictive maintenance, again we need the help of the AI. For the automation also, again we require the AI technology to because in automation, to operate the robot, again we require this AI technology. So with the help of this AI technology, number of different advantages are possible, like no chance of human error. Definitely 24/7 working is also possible through this particular AI. So less downtime, which will lead to improvement in the productivity. All these advantages are possible because of this particular AI. Not only that, any complicated problems can be resolved, can be analyzed by this AI technology. So that's why AI is too important. So that's why for the aspiring engineers, the knowledge of AI is important. So to grab the knowledge, again hereafter we have to motivate the students in the respective direction. Still, there are certain drawbacks also. Cost factor is there, as well as possibility of unemployment is there, but that is the point of discussion because we need some special manpower. So for this AI, so that's why this unemployment is nothing but point of discussion. At the same time, this particular AI is nothing but emotionless technology. So these are certain drawbacks. But whatever it may be, definitely all these aspects will be discussed throughout these 2 days by the various resource persons. I must appreciate their efforts. I must say thank to all those resource persons for accepting our invitation to act as a resource person. I must say thank to all the participants for showing the keen interest in this particular FDP. I appeal all of you to attend all the sessions sincerely. Try to solve the test after each session. Try to interact with our organizing committee in case of any difficulty. Try to interact with the resource persons. And I must say thank to your principals also for deputing you to attend this particular program. From last 15 days, our organizing committee is taking the sincere effort. So I must appreciate their efforts to make the program effective. So once again, I wish you all the best for this 2 days FDP to conclude my small speech. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. It, it's our great honor to have Mr. Amir Mukeri, Senior Engineer Manager, Data Science for College Security, as a chief guest for this function. He holds BE in Information Technology and ME in Computer Engineering degree from SPPU. He has completed Executive Technical Management Program from University of California, Los Angeles. He has more than 16 years of experience working with technology companies in India and US in the domain of cloud computing, security, and AI/ML. He has multiple research publications in peer-reviewed international journals to his credit in the areas of AI/ML cybersecurity. He has a patent in the area of cloud computing. His current area of interest include building more robust and scalable solutions using large language models for cybersecurity problems. He is passionate about helping in and improving the quality of technical education in India and actively participates in related initiatives. Now, I would like to request Mr. Amir Mukherjee sir to enlighten the participant with your valuable guidance. Over to you,
Uh,
sir.
yeah, thanks, madam. Uh, Good morning, everyone. Respected principal, sir, head of departments, and esteemed engineering faculty members and friends. It's a great and distinct honor to address this opening of FDP on AI and engineering. As our world is increasingly defined by data, complexity, and the need for sustainable solutions to the challenges that lie ahead, I think this program is at a very apt point where we are preparing our future generation of engineers for this incoming challenge. Artificial intelligence is expected to contribute about 15.7 trillion to the global economy in 2030, according to some reports. AI is expected to add 967 billion to the Indian economy by 2035 and around 450 to 500 billion to the nation's GDP by 2025. That is accounting for 10% of the country's target of 5 trillion GDP goal set by our Pradhan Mantri ji. And if you follow today's report, Niti Aayog CEO has said that 30 trillion economy by 2047. Now, definitely, AI as its role is as Principal Sir highlighted is in his opening remark, is going to be a key factor in determining the productivity, the gains we get out of this, the societal challenges that we solve specific to India also by using AI. According to TeamLease report, India is the third largest contributor to the AI talent pool, as around 4 lakh of the AI talent base comes from our country. India represents 16% of the global AI talent pool. The findings of the report by TeamLease stated that India has around more than 45,000 job openings specifically in AI. And there, of course, there are allied fields which employ AI will have more kind of opportunities. So today, for my rest of the talk, I'm going to focus on a specific topic of role of AI in sustainable engineering. And before we get into that, I'll just briefly give an overview of AI, its evolution over the years, and then I will share my thoughts on how we can include AI in engineering education, how we can enable or how we can make our students ready for the future challenges. To start with, AI refers to the simulation of human intelligence in computers and other machines. It involves the development of computer programs and algorithms that can perform tasks that typically require human intelligence. These tasks include problem solving, learning, reasoning, understanding natural language, and perceiving the environment through vision and hearing. So all the activities that we are attributed to human beings, that is being simulated by AI, whether it's learning, any cognitive activities basically included. Now, there are two broad categories of AI. One is the narrow or weak AI. So for a very specific problem, if you develop an AI, it is called as a narrow or weak AI. For example, you might have seen Amazon Echo, the Siri, Google Assistant, the recommendation algorithms on Netflix or any streaming platform or chess playing games are examples of a narrow AI. Then there is something called as a strong or general artificial intelligence. So they are more like human intelligence that can learn and understand, learn and perform any intellectual tasks that human beings can. Now again, AGI remains still a theoretical and a subject of research. Of course, some people claim that current advancement in large language models or LLMs, as popularly you might have interacted with ChatGPT, is showing some sparks of AGI, but still it is open for debate. So again, AI technologies and application encompass various subfields, such as machine learning, deep learning, natural language processing, computer vision, robotics, and expert systems. AI has made significant advancements and is widely used in areas such as healthcare, finance, autonomous vehicles, industrial automation, and more. Its potential to augment human capabilities and solve complex problems continues to drive innovation in the field. So its applications range across the board from healthcare to agriculture. Now, before we delve into that, how we arrived at this point where everyone is talking about AI, from industry to academia to government, right? So, just briefly, I'm going to cover this again. In the small talk, it's not possible to go in all the details of evolution of AI and technical aspects of it, but just briefly, I'll mention few major milestones on how we have arrived at this. So pre-1950s basically was where the foundation of AI was built by scientists like Alan Turing by building the universal machine, and then the development of a single perceptron by McCulloch and Pitts in 1943. Then actually the AI's birth started with a Dartmouth workshop in 1956, where they actually first time coined the term of artificial intelligence. You can think of this 1956, this conference, as the official, you can say, birth of our field. After that, like a lot of excitement in 1970s and 80s around what AI can solve. People were like, okay, we are going to have artificial general intelligence that they will almost be like human-like things and things like that. However, after the initial setbacks, there is something called as AI winter. So in 1990s and till 1980 to 1990, there was an AI winter, in a sense that the interest in the AI, the investments in the AI started dwindling down because people were not seeing as much benefits or as outcome as they expected, the progress or the speed of the progress as much they expected in this area. So that is where they call it a AI winter. After that, again, if I just fast forward, say in 2010s, when the breakthrough in deep learning started happening, which is where the total current excitement around AI is based out of, which is inspired from how humans or any animals learn or do any cognitive functions, the way the neurons in our brain function. So that is where the interest started. Specifically, the milestone I would like to notice 2012, when there is a competition of ImageNet. So there is a batch of images, and the job is to recognize what kind of images it. So it has been a long-standing challenge. There were like some minor progresses have been done, but not a breakthrough. But in 2012, by using what is called as convolutional neural network, there was a breakthrough in this, and that's where things started really picking up from that point onwards. And then the use of GPUs, you might have heard of NVIDIA company, which has graphical processing unit, which accelerated how you train these models, how you bring these models to productions, and that is where this thing started really picking up. Now we are in the current era where the large language models that I mentioned, or the generative AI, as it is called, can draw pictures, can convert your text to pictures, can translate for you, can do so many things which we associated with any creative person, right? So this is the era where we are. At the same time, there are concerns around this generative AI technology. What are those concerns? One is from ethical concerns, as Principal Sir pointed out, right? These do not share the human values. The important thing is that AI agent is optimized for certain objective, right? And that objective function need not necessarily inculcate the human values. So those are the challenges. Data privacy. These models, specifically the large language models, are trained using our data. So how basically can we ensure the data privacy, or there is no data leakage happening? So these are some of the concerns, and government is trying to address these concerns, whether it's US, whether it's Europe, or even in India. The policymakers are working on to basically come up with the governance framework or the policy framework where we advance AI, at the same time we ensure that fundamental rights or the data privacy rights are not infringed by these AI solutions that are marketed. So now coming to the sustainable, so engineering applications. So basically, as I think we have the faculty members from all the engineering departments. So sustainable engineering is a very important aspect as we are embarking on the 21st century. The impact on the society, the impact on the environment, because of engineering development, all of those things would need to be basically addressed here. So some of the things that we need to take care of is like, is the economic viability, right? So how the solutions that we are developing are economical viable. Whether there is basically, are we adhering to environmental regulations or not? What kind of interdisciplinary collaborations are we doing? Because sustainable engineering often involves collaboration between engineers, scientists, policymakers, and other stakeholders to address complex, interconnected environmental and societal challenges. So how we are basically working with them, right? So that is where the sustainable engineering aspects come in. And when we are creating the solutions for, say, automobile, for transportation, for energy, and all of the other applications, these are some of the factors that needs to be encompassed and taken into consideration. So what are some of the applications? I think some of the applications are very obvious, like in energy management and optimization, like there are smart grid solutions which are built on AI, can help you save energy, can help you basically distribute the energy with minimum losses. Some of the examples, like Siemens has this product called smart grid management, which takes care of basically all your distribution challenges, learns the customer's usage pattern using AI algorithms, and optimizes its distribution network. Predictive maintenance, I think I think somebody pointed that out in earlier, right? So how do we reduce the downtime and energy consumption using predictive maintenance? Again, AI is going to play, and it is playing a very important role, whether it's a maintenance of a power plant, whether it's a maintenance of aircraft systems, or any of the factory floor. This is playing and going to play an important role. Renewable energy, green building design, HVAC system like heating, ventilation, air conditioning systems, right? How do we optimally do that? So one of the projects that I was working back in US was a smart office system, right? So in a conference rooms, many times, even if, for example, they are not occupied, the ACs are turned on, the lights are turned on, even the displays are turned on. So we developed a solution based on Internet of Things, which would monitor with the help of sensors as to how is the office occupied, are the conference rooms occupied, what is the occupancy, is it booked through your Teams network or is it booked through your conferencing system, and based on that it will optimize whether to turn lights on, off, or whether to turn other equipments on and off, HVAC systems and on and on. And this is later on analyzed at the back end using AI algorithms to see how efficiently we can allocate the resources to ensure that there is optimal utilization of the various resources. Another important part is a precision agriculture. India being still largely an agriculture-based economy, so there are a lot of initiatives. Recently, over the weekend, Indian Mobile Congress that was concluded, there was one project that I come across, Geo Krishi, which basically using sensors and IoT technology monitors your soil strength, the need of fertilizers and weeds and other things, and alerts you whether to how to basically monitor your crops, what actions the farmer should take. So these are some of the applications where the AI is playing a critical role and will continue to increase its role. Same story with the waste management, satellite and sensor data, disaster resiliency, and so on. A lot of data collected by Indian satellites. So can we process them and enable them so that we can plan better crops, we can plan for any disasters and save lives and so on. This is all based on the algorithms related to munging of huge data as well as computer vision programming, computer vision algorithms, and so on. Now coming to the Industry 4.0 and the challenges for that. So preparing students to incorporate AI in engineering and meet the challenge of Industry 4.0 is a critical task for engineering educators like you. Here are several strategies that educators such as you can employ to ensure that students are well prepared for this digital age. And I hope that you cover some of these aspects over the next 2 days of your workshop. So first, I would like to start with the integration of AI into curriculum. Not necessarily that the branch has to be AI/ML, but even in mechanical, automobile, or other branches, how we can include AI. So how we can update our syllabus or curriculum to include AI concepts, machine learning concepts, deep learning concepts, as well as its application to their respective branch. That is the first thing. Second thing is the hands-on learning, right? Giving the experience to the students through AI tools and technologies. This could involve projects, assignments, lab work that allows students to apply AI to real engineering problems in their domain, whether you're coming from, say, automobile or electronics and communication and so on. Third and important thing is interdisciplinary approach, right? So because these engineers will be working with different stakeholders, such as even including designers, right? Because holistic designing is an important aspect. So these engineers cannot work in isolation. They will be part of a bigger team. So how they can interact and do a teamwork with the people from different expertise and different background. So inculcating that is an important aspect. How do we then partner with the industry to provide students with access to real world projects and internships? Exposure to industrial applications of AI is definitely invaluable. And I'm sure some of those things our institute is doing. Ethical considerations, I think some of these points I touched upon. Students need to be made aware of certain biases. For example, this large language model could have racial biases, biases related to religion, biases related to history, and so on. So how we can de-bias them, right? How we ensure the privacy and transparency. And then we discuss what we call it as responsible AI development, not just an AI development, but responsible AI development. Then data literacy. So no matter what branch of engineering the students are coming from, industry expects them to be data literate. That means they are able to analyze the data, they are able to spot the trends in the data, they are able to present this data to other stakeholders which may not be from engineering background, right? So this is very important part. along with say problem solving, critical thinking, and then soft skills and other things that will continue to happen. One of the things I would encourage you encouraging your students and you partnering with them is participating in hackathons and competition. AICTE, Government of India, state government, and other bodies are organizing various hackathons. So be watchful for those hackathons. Encourage your students to participate in those hackathons or competitions. You partner with them, you become part of the team and guide the students to actually take part in this. That basically helps them to have a network with the like-minded other people, understand the problems and what they can achieve in say 2 or 3 days of hackathon. You will be surprised, because I see that every year in industry when we do hackathons and these kinds of things, what kind of things people can build in those 2 packed days. It's amazing. It's really amazing the innovation that comes out from that. And then ask students to develop the global perspective, keep themselves updated with latest research findings. There are like open courses are available every day, new courses are launched. So ask them to audit these courses if they don't want to get certificate or anything, and recognize that in your part of your curriculum, that not only this rigid curriculum, but there is some flexibility in the curriculum, that every year since new things are coming in. Because see, large language models and chat gpt probably nobody has heard say about 1 year ago, but it's like everybody is talking about it. So these advancements are happening every day. So that's very important to have our students updated and basically help them to apply those skills to the problems that they are working on. So I think by incorporating some of these strategies, we can equip students with the knowledge, skills, and mindset necessary to harness AI in the engineering and successfully address the challenges presented by Industry 4.0 for sustainable and holistic development. It's an investment in the future of engineering and ensures that graduates are prepared to tackle the evolving demands of the industry and society at a large. I think it helps in accelerating on including the AI in engineering curriculum to enable our future engineers ready for nation building. And I conclude my talk. Thanks, Principal Sir, Organizing Committee, for giving me an opportunity to share my thoughts. I am always reachable, available. If you have any further questions, needs, don't hesitate to contact me. Thank you, everyone, and wish you all the best.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, sir, for sharing your valuable guidance of AI, ML, cybersecurity, and different engineering applications like agriculture, office automation, and integration of AI, ML in curriculum in the different branches. Thank you once again, sir. Before starting FDP, I would like to thank all the dignitaries and honorable chief guests, all the speakers of this FDP, all departments, HODs, staff of AISSMS Polytechnic. I like to express our sincere thanks to AISSMS Society for always giving permission to organize such events. My sincere thanks to our principal, Professor S.K. Giram sir, for motivating us to organize such a great event. I also extend my gratitude towards all the participants for their valuable participation. Also express our sincere thanks to one and all who are directly and indirectly involved in making this inaugural function successful. With the permission of all the dignitaries, I would like to conclude this program and request to all to switch on your camera for photo session. All the participants, please switch
Thank
on
you,
your
Mukeri sir, for your valuable time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
all the participants are requested to switch on your camera. Thank you, all the participants. Now we will start our first session. It is pleasure to introduce our first session speaker, Mr. Sudhir Gorade sir. He is Chief Growth Officer at Sumago Infotech Private Limited, Nashik. And he is session IT professional with over 14 years of experience in technology project management, consulting, and training. He has received CSI Young IT Professional Award in 2017 for Maharashtra and Goa region. He also won prize in Reliance Geo Hackathon, Mumbai. Mr. Gorade has impressive track record of successfully delivering projects and training programs in various technical fields, making a significant impact in the tech industry. Today, we are fortunate to have him share his expertise with us. Without waiting any longer, I am excited to pass the virtual mic to Mr. Sudhir Borade, sir. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much, ma'am. A
Thank
very
you.
good morning to everyone. Am I audible perfectly?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You are audible, sir.
Yeah. First of all, thank you very much for introducing me. I welcome all of you for this faculty development program organized by AISSMS, SSMS Polytechnic, Pune, and Sumago Infotech Private Limited. So I take this privilege to acknowledge the efforts taken by entire team of AISSMS Polytechnic to organize this, to coordinate this. I think we have got a very good number of participants. Almost 130 plus participants have already joined. So I will start quickly with a small introduction of our company, and then we will start the first session of this FDP. As all of us know, we are all excited to start this FDP, and I'm very much sure this FDP is going to give you a lot of knowledge and insights about the artificial intelligence, industry 4.0, and then we are going to connect the interlink between AI and industry 4.0. So I'll quickly start with our company introduction, and then we will move on to the first session of today's faculty development program. So I'm trying to make this session interactive. So I will expect a quick response from all the participants. As I know, all of you are teachers, and of course, everyone is attending this session to get some knowledge regarding the artificial intelligence and industry 4.0. So whenever I will ask something, please try to respond in the chat box so that I will get the understanding whether you are getting my points or not. So my screen is visible.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Your screen is visible.
Yeah. Amol sir, have we given the chat access to the participants? Can they drop message in the chat box?
Yes, sir.
Please check.
Yes.
Okay. So our organization is Sumago Infotech Private Limited. We are almost 10 years old company. We started our journey in 2013 with the vision to provide cost affordable services to the people and to create a company which will always strive for technology, and that's the reason our tagline is strive with technology. We always keep on working technologies, we always keep on working latest tech stack to provide services, to provide awareness to the people. These are the core values of our organization. We believe in continuous learning, we believe in innovation, we believe in constant improvement, and of course, we are committed to provide the quality services to the customers. We are currently providing different solutions and services to the clients. We are into mobile app development, website design and development, data analytics and Power BI, digital marketing, database management, resource augmentation, AI and machine learning development, QA and testing. So these are the services that we offer to the clients. Along with this, we are also into training vertical where we provide corporate training to the different IT companies. We provide implant training to college diploma students. We provide internships to diploma as well as engineering students. And of course, we conduct faculty development program for different boards as well as for different universities. Our leadership, myself, Sudhir Gorade, currently I am working as a Chief Growth Officer of Sumago Infotech Private Limited. I founded this organization in 2013. myself having experience of around 14 plus years, and our acting chief executive officer is Sonali Gorade. She has done masters in computer engineering having experience of 8 plus years. I got CSI Computer Society of India Young IT Professional Award in 2017 for the Maharashtra state. Our CEO got Young Entrepreneur Award from Yashwantrao Chavan Center, Mumbai in 2021. She was the only lady to grab this award from Maharashtra state. These are our prominent clients. We are working with Maharashtra State Innovation Society, Food, Drugs and Administration Department of Maharashtra Government, Maharashtra MSBT, Maharashtra State Board of Technical Education is also one of our client. We have worked with Maharashtra Tribal Department, NIC, Water Resources Department. There are multiple clients with whom we are already working. We have done MOUs with almost more than 100 engineering and polytechnic colleges. We are spread across Maharashtra state and we have done MOUs with multiple engineering and polytechnic colleges. This is the recognition that we have got so far. We have got a lot of awards and recognitions from different institutions. I hope my screen is visible to everyone.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
We are also a Startup India registered company. We were acknowledged by Startup India by central government in 2029. Me and our CEO ma'am Sonali, we are already working with AISTE to evaluate the curriculum designed by AISTE. We are a member of a committee which evaluates the curriculum of AISTE. Our team has won a hackathon which was organized by Reliance Jio. So these are a few recognitions that we have received in past so far. We used to write the articles in newspapers on IT startups and the latest trends and technologies in IT industry. These small glimpses of our organization, how we keep on celebrating different events at our organization. We are a team of more than 60 people across Nashik, Pune and USA. These are our teams. So this is our strength. We believe in consistency, reliability, quality engagements. We have a huge team of highly experienced technical team. We work on all the latest technology stack. We have city-centric infrastructure in Pune as well as Nashik, and we have a strong network of government as well as private people. So currently our company is working on this roadmap. We have built a center of excellence for AI, ML and blockchain. We are providing internships on live projects to students. We are working with colleges and international clients to build POCs, proof of concepts, and we are also providing consultancies to the different clients as per their requirements. So this is a small presentation of our company. Moving to the next today's topic, I quickly, Industry 4.0. So as the context is already set, we are moving towards the first session of Industry 4.0 and artificial intelligence in engineering. My screen is visible, right?
No, sir.
Hello, sir. Share your screen, sir.
Just a minute.
Your screen is not visible.
Okay, so if my screen is visible, just type yes in the chat box. Give me a minute only. Sorry for the inconvenience.
मॅडम तुमचं मायक्रोसॉफ्टचं अकाउंट चालू आहे का त्या फोनवर? हॅलो, हां बोला.
बंद कर दे, बंद कर दे.
तुमच्या लेवलला प्रॉब्लेम होऊन जातो. इथे ना त्यांनी केलं ते त्यांना म्हणतो त्यांना साधं मला हे नाही टाकता आलं.
Okay. So if my screen is visible, just type yes in the chat box. Is it visible?
चॅट बॉक्स सुद्धा ओपन नाही ठेवलेलं त्यांनी. त्यांच्यासाठी ओपन दिसतं, आपल्याला ओपन दिसत नाही चॅट बॉक्स. आपण चॅट बॉक्स करत आहे.
Okay, fine. The screen is visible.
कुठं विजिबल आहे? मला तर काही दिसत नाही.
No, sir. Your screen is not visible.
Yeah, I think it's now visible. Right? Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, sir. It is visible.
So as we are going to
Yes,
start with the first session, Industry 4.0, I once again welcome all the participants. Quickly, I wanted to showcase you. This is our Pune office, which we have on Shivaji Nagar. This is on University Road, on the Shivaji Nagar, Pune. Then we have our Nashik offices, which are at the Mumbai Naka and Indira Nagar. And we are a CMMI 5 level company, which is CMMI level 5 certified company, along with the ISO certified company. So this is the brief history of our organization. Yeah. So as I said, first we are going to start with the Industry 4.0, and then we will moving towards the role of AI in Industry 4.0. As many of you might be knowing that Industry 4.0 is basically connecting physical world with the digital world. So whenever the physical entities are getting connected to the digital entities, there is a role of AI, machine learning, IoT, blockchain, and a lot of different technologies which comes into the picture. Industry 4.0 is basically connecting physical world with digital world. So as we have seen, we have already read in history, there are a lot of industrial revolutions which has already happened in past. As you can see, in late 18th century, the first industrial revolution was happened, and this first industrial revolution was happened in European countries, where all the labors and labor work was eliminated with the help of mechanical industries which were working on water and steam. So Industry 1.0 was basically all about the working on mechanical machines which were operated by water and steam. The best example was the steam engines, railways, which were evolved in the late 18th century and the beginning of 19th century. This was the first industrial revolution, which was followed by second industrial revolution in the beginning of 19th century, which was having the assembly production lines which were working on electricity and which was having a huge requirement of labor work. The example was automobile industry. In industry 1.0, the railways and the machineries which were working on water and steam were evolved. In second, industry 2.0, the automobile industries and the industries which were working on electricity and there was involvement of labors was evolved in the beginning of 19th and the late 19th century and beginning of 20th century. So that was the industry 2.0, which gave a massive boom in automobile industry, and we were able to see the cars and all on the roads. Then in the beginning of 20th century, we saw the third industrial revolution, which was more focused on automation and production using electronics and IT components. So that was the third industrial revolution, which has been seen by many of us. This was the evolution in which the role of IT, computers, and electronics part was into the picture. This industrial revolution 3.0 was completely dominated by the information technology, softwares, computers, and electronics components. And I think we are the witness of this industry 3.0, and now we are witnessing industry 4.0, which is intelligent production using artificial intelligence, machine learning, IoT, cloud computing, and big data. So if you can see the infographics at the bottom of the slide, the first is the steam engine, which represents the industry 1.0. Second is the automobile industry, which represents the industry 2.0. Then the third, automation using IT, computers, electronics, is industry 3.0. And the last is industry 4.0. So industry 4.0 is all about connecting physical world, connecting physical machineries with cloud, with mobiles, so that we can control the entire system, entire physical world with the help of mobile, with the help of laptops, with the help of computers. So this is the industry 4.0 which we are currently observing, which we are currently implementing in different industries. So this is how the industrial revolution has happened and taken place in the world. The next part is the components of industry 4.0. As I said, industry 4.0 is currently in boom, and to implement industry 4.0, there are different components which are required. So what are the major pillars or what are the major components of industry 4.0? There are different components, which includes, of course, artificial intelligence, business models, cloud computing, additive manufacturing, supply chain, big data analytics, autonomous robot, AR and VR, augmented reality and virtual reality, Internet of Things, Internet of Services, cyber security, machine learning, blockchain. These are all the components of industry 4.0. I'll quickly give us a very small example of industry 4.0. Suppose there are machineries which are placed in the company, and we want to analyze how these machineries are performing. We want to analyze how these machineries are giving the output. So we don't have to go manually into the industry. By sitting at my home, I should be able to understand how these machineries are working and what is their performance, what is the need of maintenance for them. So for this, entire machineries in the factory will be communicating with my cell phone through the cloud, and I will be able to monitor, I will be able to analyze how my entire factory is working, how my entire system is working. We are going to see that in detail, but I am just trying to give you an overview what exactly we mean by Industry 4.0. In simple words, Industry 4.0 is basically a transition of entire manual system from physical to digital world with the help of different tech stack, which involves IoT, AI, blockchain, or it can be a combination of all these technologies which will connect the entire physical assets, physical world to the digital world. So for example, if in my factory, if one machine is working and suddenly that machine gets down, my entire operations will get down in a normal manual way. But if I am having some glimpses of Industry 4.0, I will make such arrangements so that if my one machine is getting down, that machine should itself inform other system, other machines that you need to carry out the remaining load of my work. Then automatically another machine will take over and the production or the assembly line will not stop because of breakdown. So that kind of things are possible with the help of Industry 4.0. We don't have to interfere manually. We don't have to interfere and go and check manually what is the problem and diagnosis what is the issue. The machines are made intelligent enough so that machines should decide and they should move forward with what in what way the output should be achieved. So many of us are little bit threatened or little bit worried. What if Industry 4.0 comes into the market? So if Industry 4.0 comes into the market, it will replace human beings, it will replace labors. This is a common understanding of people in industry, in market, that if Industry 4.0 comes, there will be no value to humans, there will be no value to manpower. But believe me, it's not like that. Industry 4.0 or artificial intelligence is not for replacing the human beings, it is for collaborating with the human beings. Any technology which comes into the market is not for replacing the human beings, it is for collaborating with the human beings. And that's the reason we need to understand that we need to understand that Industry 4.0 or artificial intelligence is not for replacing the human beings, but it is for helping, it is for collaborating with the human beings. Now, how we can collaborate? So, with the help of 4.0 and AI, machines will be able to work efficiently, machines will be able to work effectively, and we will get the data, we will get the information from the machines. Our role will be to make the decisions based on that data. Our role should be take meaningful decisions by using that data. So in that way, the role of human beings will be shifted towards the decision maker, strategy maker, and make effective utilization of machineries with the help of data that we are getting with the help of data analytics or AI or any of the methodology. So this every aspect of Industry 4.0 is having its own use case, is having its own benefits in order to get the insights of how industry works, how that factories work. I hope everybody is getting what I am trying to explain. Next, the principles of Industry 4.0. So there are 6 principles of Industry 4.0. The first one is interoperability. Interoperability, which I just explained, is basically how can machines collaborate with each other? How can machines work with each other? How machines and human beings can work with each other? See, if my machine is sending me a message through the IoT, it will go to my cloud, and from my cloud it will come to my mobile, that what the machine is trying to say to me. Based on that information, I will take the decision what should be done in order to continue with the work. So interoperability So interoperability will basically help people to understand. Interoperability will basically help people to understand what their machine is trying to say them, what their machine is trying to convey them. And this is possible with the help of Internet of Things. Real-time capability. Real-time capability. Am I audible perfectly, madam?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. No issue.
Yeah. The next one is real-time capability. Now, how can we achieve this real-time capability? So basically, whenever our machines are giving us some data, that data will be utilized to analyze, to take the decision, and that decisions will help us to get more effective output, get more efficiency from the machines. Normally, what happens if we do not have the data? If we do not have the data from machines, we will not be able to analyze, we will not be able to take the decision. For example, if the machine is giving us the data which we can analyze and decide what should be the preventive mechanism in order to do the maintenance of that machine, and we will be able to fix the date for preventive maintenance. Otherwise, if we keep on working on that machine, on some day that machine will break down, and the machine will break down and the entire production line will get stopped. So if in advance we have the data which can give us the predictive maintenance, we will be able to take the decision in order to do the preventive maintenance so that the machine will never fail. Then the virtualization. If I am operating remotely and I want to check how my entire factory is working, we can actually do the simulation of entire smart factory, and I will be able to virtually monitor my factory by sitting at my home, by sitting in the any place, sitting at any place in the world. I will be able to virtually monitor my entire operations, entire factory. Service orientation, again, as I said, with the help of Internet of Things and Internet of Services, I will be able to get all the information, all the data, which will help to continuously provide service, which will never stop my services, and I will be able to take decisions time to time. Of course, all these will result into a modular approach and decentralization. Cyber physical systems is the same thing which I explained in the beginning. Cyber physical systems means how we will be able to connect my physical systems with the digital systems so that my every physical activity will be monitored, captured, analyzed, and based on that, we will be able to take the decision what should be decided, what should be done in order to continuously run the operations to ensure maximum efficiency in my industry. So these are the 6 principles of Industry 4.0. Now, where this Industry 4.0 will have the impact? So basically, it will have impact on all the aspect of manufacturing industry. So as we know, every manufacturing industry or every industry have different segments. So this Industry 4.0 will have the impact on every aspect, whether it is a HR, it is a CRM, it is a supply chain, it is assembly line, production line, asset management, labor works, ERP, infrastructure management, machineries management. Industry 4.0 can be implemented in every department of any type of industry. So this is all about Industry 4.0, how Industry 4.0 can be implemented. It can, how it can impact the different departments of the industry. Now we'll see what is artificial intelligence, and then we will see the connection between the industry 4.0 and artificial intelligence. Before that, as I said, industry 4.0 and AI can basically help you to operate from anywhere, and that's the reason I used to say one statement in my lectures that geography has now become history. Uh, the statement is very small but has a very big impact. Geography has become history. Can anyone quickly tell me what this statement means? Geography has become history. Geography has become history. That means कि there is nothing like geography nowadays, right? Because we can work from any place, anytime, anywhere. So that's the reason there is no concept like geography. Now we can work efficiently at any time from any location, anywhere, and that's the reason after COVID there is no concept like geography. So that's the statement now changing the world. Geography is now getting into history. So geography has itself become a history. Moving towards the next part of our session, which is artificial intelligence. As all of us know, artificial intelligence is having different verticals, which includes cognitive computing, computer vision, machine learning, neural networks, deep learning, and NLP, which is natural language processing. So artificial intelligence is basically as human beings having the capability of taking the decision. Human beings have the capacity of thinking. Human beings have the intelligence which can help them to think, which helps them to think, take decision, and move forward. So artificial intelligence is all about giving intelligence to machines, giving intelligence to machineries, systems, physical assets, and make them think in a such a way that human being thinks. So basically, artificial intelligence gives capacity or capability of thinking, capability of decision making to the to the machineries, to the physical systems. And then there are different parts of AI, which includes cognitive computing, computer vision, machine learning, neural network, deep learning, and NLP. So where this artificial intelligence is used, there are a lot of domains where nowadays we can see artificial intelligence applications. For example, online advertising. Many of you might be using YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and everything. Suppose if you Google something on your mobile phone, if you Google, let us say I want to travel, so I'm searching for the flights from Nashik to Delhi. So if I searched flights from Nashik to Delhi on Google, but I don't book it, after some time I will be able to see I will be able to see the advertisements related to flights, hotels, and tourist places nearby Delhi on my Instagram and Facebook and on even YouTube. So how this is happening? Whenever I am searching something on Google, it fetches my data and then it starts me recommending hotels and tourist places and the flights and hotel and the other things based on my search. So this is called as online advertisement and personalized user experience. You can take this experience. If you do search something on Google, if I am searching iPhone 15 on Google, it will start showing me recommendation of mobiles on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. So this is nothing but powerful AI engines are working in the backend to provide personalized user experience, online advertisements to the consumers. Similarly, there are chatbots which are present on WhatsApp. There are chatbots present on different websites. Nowadays, most of the banks have launched their chatbots where you can get all the information on chatbot. You can get bank statement, bank balance, you can apply for credit card, you can apply for loans on chatbot. So there is no need to interact with human being. There is no need to interact with agents. That chatbot will facilitate and you will be able to do the things that you want to do. Then there are different things like predictive analysis, content generation, content curation, email marketing, e-commerce, voice search, web design. All these are the AI applications. But of course, AI is being so vast. These are not the only applications. The list is unlimited. We have n number of applications where artificial intelligence is getting utilized, whether it is robotics, whether it is chatbots, whether it is machine learning models which are trained for different perspective, which there are models which are there in health, which are diagnosing just like a doctor. There are models which are there which helps you to counsel the students and provide them courses as per their interest area. So basically, AI is applicable in every domain wherever we can automate the process and we can convert a physical process into a digital process. Now coming to the main topic, that is what is the role of artificial intelligence in Industry 4.0. I hope everybody is with me and I'm able to convey my thoughts, what I'm trying to explain to everybody. Yeah. So, as you can see, the role of AI in Industry 4.0 covers different topic. So the first one is improved efficiency. Second, quality control. Then cost reduction, product innovation, supply chain optimization, safety and compliance, data-driven decision making, enhanced customer satisfaction, environmental sustainability, and scalability. So this is how AI can help in in Industry 4.0. As we know, artificial intelligence is growing in almost every industry significantly and continuing the growth of industry by using different models, different technologies. AI is basically a combination of different technologies which is applied to achieve the aspect which I have just mentioned over here. So improved efficiency. As I said, AI can analyze the data from the sensors and the equipments which are fixed on the machineries. These data and sensors will help us to predict when we should do the maintenance of that machines, what is the probability of that machine getting down because of the workload, and when we should do the maintenance of that machine. This results into a predictive maintenance of that machine, improving in the efficiency of overall system. So for this, we can fix up sensors on that machine. That sensors will keep on giving us the data. Now that sensors could be the temperature sensor, that sensors could be the noise sensors, which will analyze the pattern of the noise, which will analyze the pattern of the temperature rise, and then that data will be analyzed using different models, and then that data will tell us the machine noise has increased, the temperature of machine is increasing, so it's a time to do the preventive maintenance, otherwise the machine is likely to fall after some time. So obviously, if we do the preventive maintenance, we will be able to achieve more efficiency and it will improvise the efficiency. Second, quality control. We have some use cases in second session on quality control and all other part. I will quickly touch the base of quality control. For example, we hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir. You are audible.
Sorry, ma'am. What was the last topic that was clearly audible?
Quality control.
Quality control.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. So, quality control, as I said, we can take a use case of mineral water bottle manufacturing plant. As we know, in previous cases, we were just checking manually whether every bottle is properly filled, whether it is having the proper labeling, whether all the level of the water is perfect. Everything was checked manually. Nowadays, there are trained models which basically automatically identifies the defective bottles and it separates those bottles from the packaging, and for remaining it directly goes to the box and directly box gets packed with the decided number of bottles in that box. So basically this AI can be used in defect detection and it will help to achieve the quality control by eliminating defective products automatically without manual intervention. We have a very perfect use case for this in the second session. I am just now touching the base of every point which will be explained detail in the second session. Cost reduction. Of course, when we are talking about the improved efficiency, when we are talking about the quality control, it will definitely reduce the cost of overall production for any industry. Product innovation is basically when we are thinking about bringing some innovation in any product, AI can play an important role in identifying the user experience. Based on the user experience, based on the data that we get from the user, based on the feedbacks that we get from the user, we can change the appearance, we can change the experience of our product. For example, as many of us are already using WhatsApp, we can check how WhatsApp is changing day by day its features and its user experience. That user experience, user interface is changed because of the data that they get while we are using those applications. So this data is analyzed and based on that they get to know what changes should be made in order to design the product. The product innovation basically helps them to identify design changes and innovate the product which can be accepted by the mass. Supply chain optimization, again, when we get the real-time data, when we get the real-time information, we will be able to manage the supply chain in order to keep our production line without affecting production. So supply chain optimization can basically help us to automate the logistic process, analyze the predictive demand. So if we know that there will be a demand in market for our product, if we can predict that demand, we will be able to manage the inventory, we will be able to manage the supply chain so that we can get products delivered on the time. So this is how we can manage the supply chain with the help of AI. Then again, data-driven decision making will the data will help us to take the decision effectively. We can provide satisfaction to the customers by providing them what they need. The we can achieve the scalability by reaching to the maximum people, by increasing the production capacity, by improving the efficiency, we will be able to scale the businesses. I'll just quickly give one real-time example of how AI has helped to provide the customer satisfaction. As we know, Amazon is the biggest e-commerce player in the industry. Amazon has different facilities. Like there are some products that they can deliver on the next day. So many times we get wondered how Amazon can ship these products so fast. So Amazon have one patent on one process. That process was evolved because of the user data and the information that they capture from the users. So what Amazon has done, if I have ordered a product from Amazon, for example, if I have ordered iPhone 15 from the Amazon, they will analyze what is the probability of me ordering different product related to iPhone 14 or 15. So the Amazon platform will predict what will be my second order after ordering iPhone 15, and accordingly, when they are shipping my product to the nearest warehouse, they will also ship they will also ship the related products to the nearest warehouse along with iPhone 15. For example, if I am ordering iPhone 15, they will ship the screen guard, maybe the back cover, maybe the AirPods, maybe the accessories which are related to iPhone 15. Along with iPhone 15, all other things will be delivered to the nearest warehouse of Amazon near my address. Of course, I have ordered only iPhone 15. So they will ship me iPhone 15 and they will showcase me. You can get all these additional products in a day if you order them today. So maybe when they recommend me product, I will most probably order one or two products out of that recommended product. So they will get that order and they will ship those products from the nearest warehouse. So they don't have to manage entire supply chain. They will just deliver the product from the nearest warehouse and we get surprised. I just order the product and how can I get the order within 24 hours? So that is what we call Amazon Prime, where they predict what users is going to order. They already supply all those products to the nearest warehouse of that user. And whenever that user orders that product, they deliver that product within a day to the customer. This is called as enhanced customer satisfaction and data-driven decision making. So, as I said, the Facebook or Google or Instagram, WhatsApp, Amazon, they are all monitoring us, they are all monitoring our data, and with the help of these AI engines, they are taking decisions which actually forces us to get into that funnel and order those products, use those applications, and provide them more and more data, more and more insights. So this is how AI is basically conquering our day-to-day activities, day-to-day life also. I used to tell in my sessions, that those days are not far away when all these applications, Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, all will be asking us to pay for our own data, for our own memories. For example, we keep on uploading our events and we keep on uploading our data on all these platforms. Now they are capturing all this data and they know the importance of this data. So because that data helps them to take the decision and provide more better features to the audience. So that's the reason in future they might be selling this data, selling our data to again back to us. So that is the power of data, and on this data, when we apply the algorithms, when we apply the AI and ML models, we get insights which are really surprising. One more example of this customer satisfaction. In USA, there are a lot of malls like Walmart and other shopping centers where, based on the consumer behavior, the shopkeepers and the mall owners changes the product display in their shops, in their malls. For example, they analyze the pattern. What products are mostly bought by the consumers? What products are mostly sold? And on what day, what time most sale has happened? Which products are most sellable products? Based on their positioning, based on their location in their shop or in their mall, they decide if we place our products at this particular location in my mall or in my shop, there is a most probability that consumers will buy it. And it is happening in even DMart, it is happening in Walmart, it is happening in most of the malls where all the products which user can buy are placed in a such a way so that he will buy the products which actually he has not come for the buying. And that's the reason when we visit the mall, we shop all the products. We shop the products which even we are not going there to shop. Hello, can you please mute? Hello. Hello. Excuse me, somebody can you please mute yourself? Okay, thank you. So this is the role of AI. It can help you to manage your sales. It can help you. It can help you to manage your sales. It can help you to manage your production. It can help you to manage your users. It can help you to manage your customers. It can help you to control the quality of your product. It can help you to reduce the cost. It can help you to change your product as per user demand. It can help you to increase the demand for your product. It can help you to take decision based on the data. So that is the role of AI in every aspect of industry, whether it is the sales industry, it is a manufacturing industry, it is a production industry, it is a e-commerce industry. AI is applicable in every vertical, every domain, and it can give you the results which are unexceptional. This is the role of AI in industry. Now, what are the key drivers of AI in specifically manufacturing industry? The key drivers of AI in manufacturing industry. First, of course, data availability. As I said, data availability is when we use the sensors and IoT devices on the systems and the machines, we start getting the data from all these machines. This data is basically given to algorithms. These algorithms, which are the AI algorithms, they work on this data, provide the insights, and then that insights basically help us to drive the further processes. So basically, this availability of real-time data from the machineries will help the decision makers to take the decisions and then work on that data to improvise the processes further. These AI algorithms and the computing machines like the GPUs or high-end computers basically give us the power to process high amount of data. This gives us the capability to process the large amount of data sets. So these high-end systems provides us, equipped us with high amount of computing power, which helps us to predict, take the decisions, and move forward. Machine learning algorithms are the algorithms basically which are designed based on the data which we give as an input to this algorithm, and these algorithms tell us the predictive and prescriptive analytics helps to process the data and then reach out to the conclusions what should be done in order to further achieve the results. Of course, overall, these all aspect will reduce the cost
हे मला
significant,
काहीतरी 1-2 तास आहे वाटते AI वर.
will reduce the cost
अरे
and
आवाज येऊन राहिला का मला?
increase the overall efficiency. The most important, if any company wants to sustain in the current world, if any company want to sustain in the market, they will have to use the latest technologies, they will have to use the latest trends, and they have to be in a competitive age where AI drives the industries, and they have to adopt the innovation, they have to adopt the technologies so that they will be in the market. As you might have seen, there are a lot of applications which came into the picture, like uh, which we are using, but only those applications, those products are still in the market which have evolved over the time, which have evolved during the journey, and they are adopting the latest technologies, latest innovations, and then applying that in their services, applying that in their products, and hence they are still in the market and giving good services to the people. So these are the key drivers of artificial intelligence in manufacturing industry, where uh, by using this we can achieve the results to stay in the market and keep on giving the services to the consumers. So this is the last topic of my session, that is key drivers of AI in manufacturing. Now we are moving to the case study where I have some videos to showcase you the the working of AI ML in actual industry and in actual scenario. So I will start those videos now. Before that, we can quickly take up some questions if anybody have any questions.
Participants, you can ask the questions. Participants,
You can send the questions in the project in the group also, so that we can answer that questions.
अनम्यूट करा आणि क्वेश्चन विचारा.
We are moving to the case study. So I have certain AI ML videos. I will just play that. So first, I will start those videos so that you will understand the real-time use cases of artificial intelligence, machine learning.
रेकॉर्डिंग सगळं चेक केलं. OBS BBS सगळे केलं. सगळी OBS केली. त्यांना ना कशाला रेकॉर्डिंग आणून ना तुमचं त्याच्यामध्ये आलं माझी त्याच्यात घेऊन या किंवा हड्डी सरांकडे असेल ना. काय काय थांबलेत ते
visible. Just give me a minute. I'm sharing the video. Is my screen visible, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Your screen is visible.
Right. The video is. I'm playing the video. Just tell me whether the audio is perfect or not.
No, sir.
Hello.
Sir, audio is listening,
The
but
video is not visible.
video is not visible. Video is not visible.
Just a minute, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay. Is it
Yes. Yes.
visible now?
Yes, sir.
These are the use cases of different use cases of AI and ML. So the first use case is crowd detection. If a certain number of people are coming together, and if they are forming a group, and if it is not allowed to come in a crowd and form the group, then basically we can have analytics of crowd detection. So this will detect whenever somebody is coming into the group, the crowd detection analytics will be applied and it will detect the group. This is the second use case. Whenever the garbage is getting full, it will showcase, or whenever it is empty, it will showcase that the garbage is empty. The garbage is filled, it is showing us an alert that garbage is completely. The third use case, if the garbage is getting overflow, it will detect and showcase alert that it is overflow. Next is there are multiple cases where people go and write something on walls. So we can detect that also if there is any restricted area and if somebody is writing on wall where it is not allowed. If we detect that somebody has written on a wall, somebody has drawn something, it will showcase alert to the authority. If people are dropping the garbage outside the garbage bin, it will detect that the people are not putting the garbage into the dustbin. Now see, these are the use cases which we can replicate for anything. No parking. If people are parking the vehicle into the no parking area, it will detect and analyze that the vehicle is parked in a no parking area. See, when the vehicle is idle, then it is detecting it. When the driver has completely moved out of the vehicle, then it has identified. This is very useful use case in industry. If some person collapses suddenly because of immediate issue, we will analyze that, we will throw alert so that immediate help can be provided to that person. Unidentified object detection. If any object is lying over there which is unattended, we will detect that the object is unattended. So these are the use cases which showcase us that how can we basically use AI, ML and deep learning to to solve different problems. As we saw over there, we saw over there we saw over there the person got collapsed in the industry. It was captured and alerted through the video cam so that the immediate help can be provided to that person. The most important part which I want to emphasize over here, the most important part over here is all these use cases are purely done using only AI, ML and deep learning. Previously, we were doing the same thing by using sensors and all those things. But in this, entire processing is done only on video. So we need only camera to capture the footage. Once the video is captured, the analytics is applied over that. And based on that analytics, the alert is shown to the user so that the preventive action can be taken. So here, no sensors, no components are fixed on the equipments. Only the surveillance camera is capturing the footage. Based on that footage, the video is analyzed, processed, and then the result given in terms of alert to the respective authorities. The alerts can be sent on mobiles. The alert can be sent on laptops, computers, so that the immediate help, immediate action, immediate decision can be taken.
Madam,
The second video I am starting.
Hello.
Again, these are the few use cases related to traffic. My screen is visible.
Yes. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That is second. How we can save the life. Yeah. There are a lot of accidents happening. People do not use seat belts. People keep on talking on cell phone while driving the cars, driving the bikes. So we can solve these problems by using artificial intelligence. How? We will just see. Again, with the help of only camera and AI algorithm, machine learning models and deep learning. So every 24 seconds, right, accident, 75% accidents are not in events, mostly drivers using the vehicle. On the left hand side, you can see person is not wearing the seat belt, so it has identified and generated an alert for not wearing the seat belt. On the right hand side, a person is talking on the phone, so it has detected everything is real time. That's the reason the beauty of these platforms is everything is real time and real time decisions can be taken. No extra sensors, equipments are required. Only camera will capture the footage. AI algorithms will work on it and they will identify, accordingly generate the alerts for that. see the beauty of this platform. Passenger as well as driver both in this. So this is the second use case where how AI ML algorithms can basically help to save the lives. So again, sometimes we have to force the regulations and rules. Here, once the photograph is captured, the system will analyze and detect the alert. After that, the same system can be integrated with the e-challan and RTO, where by detecting the number plate, we will be sending the challan to that driver for violating the rules of not wearing the seat belt and and for communicating over a cell phone while driving. So this is how the entire ecosystem can work together. These are the sample use cases. We can apply similar use cases for different use cases in any industry, in any sector, based on what is the requirement of that industry, what is the requirement of that company. We have the third video. This is one of the most important tool which can be used in the criminal investigation part, or in the companies, or even in the police stations also. This is called as a forensic tool. I'll just play the video. Try to see every aspect of this video to understand how attributes, how behavior can help to process the data and generate the results. So previously, we were used to have artists in the police stations who were used to draw the sketch as per the description. But now we have certain tools which actually generates the face of the person as per the description, which we can get from the person who have seen that criminal or that person. From that description, these AI tools can actually sketch the person or that the victim or that criminal. So that was the sketching tool. Now, in most of the criminal cases, we come to know that the person was wearing blue pant, person was wearing hat, person was in this attire, person was into this attire, and based on that, we give inputs to police for searching that person. So how AI tool can help? Just a small use case of that. If we know the behavior, if we know the characteristic of that person, how it will help to identify that person. We can select the attire of that person. So an eyewitness of that event gives us information. Based on that, we have created a image of a victim, but we don't know who is that person. So based on description given by that eyewitness, we tried to configure one image of that person. Now this image will be given as an input to the video which is captured using the CCTV surveillance system, and then we'll see how the results will be generated with the help of this. So now we are giving input to the video system, where it will showcase me all the point where I have seen the person wearing blue shirt and that description. So I will be able to quickly catch who has done that particular activity. It will showcase me all the incidents wherever a person wearing blue shirt, blue t-shirt has worked in my industry, has worked in my premises. So manually, I don't have to look for entire footage. Manually, I don't have to search for entire video. It will directly give me wherever that blue shirt person will be identified in that video. Usually, if I have to see a footage of 24 hours, I will have to invest my 24 hours to search for that event. But if I know the description, then I will be able to search exact that particular person in that video by using such kind of AI tools. So if we have the footage, if we have the data in our server on our cloud, we can apply such AI and ML algorithm which will help us to actually go to that particular situation only. Now this can be replicated for anything. For example, if I have an object which I have to search, I don't have to look for entire video footage. I will just give that object as an input to my algorithm. My algorithm will go through the entire video of that particular time, and it will fetch all the relevant events wherever I have actually seen that particular object. So this is the benefit of AI. How it can reduce the time to check entire video and then reach to the conclusion. We have the last use case video, which is intelligent traffic monitoring system, which is again used in smart cities and in most of the cities. So this is the first use case, no helmet detection. People who are not wearing the helmet, they will be captured, and their number plate is also captured, their location is also captured, date time is also captured. Then further we can connect this with the traffic challan system, and we can generate the fine for those people. This is over speed detection. If somebody is crossing the speed limit, that will be captured, the number plate will be captured, and the further necessary actions will be taken on them. Again, this is all automatic, no manual intervention, nothing manual, everything is automated. The only thing which required is camera which captures the footage. The AI algorithms works on that and generates the alert. This is stop line violation. If people are crossing the zebra crossing, they will be captured, and accordingly the necessary actions will be taken on them. If it is a red light and people are crossing the zebra crossing, they will be detected. Similarly, red light violation detection. If people are crossing the red light, when the signal is red, they will be captured and fined accordingly. We can search how many people have violated the rules. We can check how many people have broken the rules, and accordingly we can take the preventive action. The purpose is how we can use these artificial intelligence and machine learning systems so that we can effectively guide the people, we can take the precautions and actions. This is triple ride detection, where three people are riding the bike. So these are all real-time statistics we can get. How many vehicles have crossed that signal? What was the average speed? What was the speed limit set? How many vehicles have violated the rules? We can also categorize according to the model. How many two-wheelers, how many four-wheeler, how many heavy vehicles were there, how many auto rickshaws were there. So again, all these statistics are driven only from the footage that we have captured. Everything is algorithm based. Everything is based on the data that we extract through the video, on the data that we extract through the footages. So this is how challan is generated and fine is generated for the people who are crossing these things. This is counting. Hello. So this is how we can count how many cars have traveled, how many two-wheelers, how many heavy vehicles have passed through the highway. So these are the few use cases that basically can give you an idea about how how the AI and ML algorithms can be implemented in real case scenario. See, in initial days, in initial days, sorry, in initial days, we were using the sensors to check the garbage full or how much it is full, how much it is empty. We were using sensors to detect the or detect or generate the alerts. But nowadays, with the help of AI and ML algorithms, it is so easy that we just need the data. We can work on algorithm based on what output we want, and then we can easily generate that output with the help of algorithms. As we have seen multiple use cases, similar use cases are applied in every industry. The logic remains the same as everything is algorithm based, nothing is hardware based. Everything is algorithm based. We just need to configure the use cases accordingly. For example, if if in a manufacturing industry we want to identify an object in particular size, shape and model, we can fix up our algorithm accordingly. If we get the model of that particular specification only, then it is accepted, otherwise it should reject itself as a defective piece. That is how we can achieve quality. I gave the example of bottle manufacturing plant. If we fix the object specification for that bottle, if it does not matches that specification, the product will be rejected and only the perfect product will be packed and dispatched for the delivery. This is how we can implement quality in that particular segment. Similarly, there are number of use cases. For example, if at the end we want to measure whether the sufficient amount of product is packed or not. For example, weight. We are creating a 250 grams of packets. So at the end, it should check. If it is not 250 grams, it should automatically detect and it should automatically reject that packet because it is not having exact 250 grams of product into that packet. So I don't have to manually weight, manually classify. This is 245 gram, this is 250 gram, this is 260 gram, this is 230 gram. Nothing. My algorithm will automatically categorize that product into different buckets, and it will reject or accept the product. As whenever we fix some criteria, it will exactly work as per that criteria and segregate as per that only. So whether it is a car, whether it is a bottle, whether it is a packet, whether it is a chips packet, whether it is a cold drink, whether it is a mineral water bottle, whether it is a car, whether it is a mobile, anything. Everywhere we have to set the rules, regulations, give that to the algorithm. Algorithm will automatically work on that and give you the output in terms of actual physical packaging, physical delivery. So I hope you're getting what I'm trying to explain, how these digital algorithms are basically helping us to operate in a physical world. How these AI, ML, deep learning algorithms, patterns are helping us to work in an actual physical world. That is nothing but the relation of AI with Industry 4.0. Industry 4.0 is a transition of your physical systems, is a transition of your physical machineries to the digital world with the help of these latest technologies, latest algorithms, latest softwares. So basically, to summarize, Industry 4.0 is also known as fourth revolution in the industries, is transformation of traditional industries, transformation of industrial practices, manufacturing processes through the integration of digital technologies, whether it is IoT, artificial intelligence, machine learning, robotics, RPA, cloud computing, and many other advanced technologies. Using those technologies, transforming industrial traditional practices to the digital practices. Then it plays important role in significantly shifting how that products are designed, how that products are manufactured, produced, delivered, everything. So Industry 4.0 completely changes your traditional way of thinking and converting that entire process into a data-driven approach, which helps us to quickly take the decisions, in order to improve the efficiency, control the quality, reduce the cost, and give user a fantastic experience, so that user will not only buy the products from you, user will keep on continuously buying the products from you. So I think this is a conclusion from my side. How can how can industry 4.0 revolutionary change the entire segment? It has already started implementing, and day by day it is changing the world, the way factories are working, the way people are working. But I will again at the end conclude with the point that technologies are not for replacing the people. Technologies are for collaborating with the people, because we are the people who are inventing the technologies. We are the people who are bringing technologies. So technologies are not for replacing the people. Technologies are for collaborating the people. Technologies are for powering the people. Technologies are for equipping the people, so that there should be less chances of error, more quality should be given, and efficiency should be increased. But at the same time, we have to also think about why technology will replace us. If we are thinking in that way, we need to find out the answers for why, how I should improvise, how should I kept myself in a updated manner, so that any technology should not replace me, any technology should not replace me. Technology should help me to get more power. Technology should help me to get collaborated with more people, and I should be able to give more output in my own way by using all these technologies. So that's the final submission from my side. Thank you very much for being a patient audience and listening all the points carefully.
पोरांना सांग तसं मग.
My voice is little bit not well. Actually, माझा घसा 2-3 दिवसापासून बसलाय. This is not my real voice, by the way. I can speak more efficiently than this, but माझा घसा बसल्यामुळे I am facing some challenges while delivering the session. So I apologize for that. I hope it has been a good session and you have got insightful learnings from this session. Now we are open for questions. You can ask me questions if you have. Thank you very much.
Vote of thanks किंवा ते काय क्वेश्चन आन्सर करा.
Participants, you can ask the question to the sir.
ऑनलाईन बंद.
चला नो क्वेश्चन म्हणा आणि चालू करा.
Oh, that means I'm a good teacher.
Participants, unmute yourself and you can ask the question to the sir.
Or you can submit your questions. We can keep on answering them also, because we have 3 more sessions now. So you can be ready with your questions. We can take questions in any session in upcoming sessions also. And still, if anybody, we have 10 minutes, I guess. So we can take the questions.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, good
Am I
afternoon.
audible?
Yeah, yes.
Yes, I am Mr. Vinil Pongavi, and working as lecturer at ISTE Polytechnic. Pune. So my question is, how the mechanical engineering students from diploma background will be linked with AI and machine learning and all things? So we have the syllabus like quality control and instrumentation. So, but it is not included in the syllabus for the diploma. So how to work on that for the students?
Okay. Thanks for the question, sir. So, personally speaking, AI and ML, the base of artificial intelligence and machine learning is purely mathematics. AI and ML has maximum component, maximum background of mathematics. And I am very much, and as per my knowledge, I think mechanical engineering students have a very good curriculum which has focused on statistics and numericals part, right? So there are so many students who are getting very good career opportunities in AI ML having background of mechanical engineering, because they are already trained to calculations and numericals and statistics. That's why it becomes very easy for mechanical people to study AI and ML part. AI and ML part has syllabus like statistics, numericals, probability, and most of the concept of AI ML are related to mathematics. So it has a very good opportunity for mechanical people to learn and switch their careers to this path if they want to adopt this. Of course. Now, how can we link mechanical to this? As all of you are knowing, first we were having a normal car, then we had a the semi-automated car. Nowadays, we are planning and we are actually visualizing autonomous cars on the roads. So car, whenever we were talking about cars, it was all about automobile industry. It was all about mechanical people who were manufacturing cars and working on cars. Now, if I have to build an autonomous car, I will need mechanical engineer, I will need computer engineer, IT engineer, or AI ML engineer. I will need electronics engineer. I will need electrical engineer. So basically, if I have to build an autonomous car, I need expertise of all these branches. And that's the reason nowadays everyone have to learn in a hybrid pattern where they should take knowledge of every other branch, because autonomous car is the best example of how hybrid culture we need to implement. If I have to design an autonomous car, I need a person who can do the automation. I need a person who can actually physically build a car. Now that mechanical engineer have to understand how I can connect my automobile car to the automation or AI ML perspective. So that is how these all branches are getting merged into a hybrid nature of working, where they need to get idea, not from implementation perspective, but from understanding perspective, that if I have to build a car, what should I have to do, whose help I need to take, and how can I get this done from the different people. So for this, they can start learning basics of Python, they can learn advanced Python, and then they can learn the data science. After that, they can move to the ML part, machine learning part. But the basics, they will have to start learning Python so that they can at least start some kind of basic coding which can lead them to the AI, ML, and data science part. Yeah, I hope I answered your question.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
It was nice session to listen to, sir. Thanks.
Okay. Thanks, sir.
Any other participants want to ask question? Anyone? Should we conclude the session?
Yeah. If anybody has the question, they can post it on group also. We'll try to answer it in the question.
Anyone participant? I think we should conclude the session.
Okay.
I would I would like to extend my sincere gratitude for enlightening session on Industry 4.0 and transformative role of artificial intelligence. Your presentation covered the real-time use cases and practical applications of AI within Industry 4.0. Your ability to distill complex concepts into clear and practical insight has left a lasting impact. We look forward for to further exploring this fascinating field. Thank you for sharing your expertise and inspiring our understanding of this vital industry transformation. Thank you, sir, once again. Thank you very much.
Thank you everyone for attending the session. Thank you very much.
The next session will start at 1 p.m. All the participants, please note, next session will start at 1 p.m. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.